Now today, we're going to be talking about the Chai Season 7, Episode 2. The summary is here, so down below, I want you guys to let me know what did you all think about Episode 2, and what do you think is going to happen next? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Episode 3 is an episode you don't want to miss, especially if you're a fan of those first 2 seasons of the Chai. I'm going to tell you right now, it should be a banger. Naturally, as I previously informed you, I believe your boy returns. However, we will find out soon enough. But in episode 2, man, your girl Alicia, what you'll think about her? Is she moving a little bit too aggressive on Tiffany as far as trying to control things because Tiffany is pregnant? Because it seems like she is trying to have Tiffany do whatever she wants her to do. I believe it's going to cause problems for the two down the line, but then again, I could be wrong. I mean, we shall see. Naturally, we are aware that Charles, also known as Dre, is making his move. He wants the pastor's spot, and I believe by the end of the season he will end up making a move in order to have a higher position within the church. As a result, before the season is over, I anticipate him to do something really shady. In these first 2 episodes of the season, I believe, it was largely a continuation of what had occurred in Season 6. I told you guys I believe we will get that time jump in episode 3 because in the episode 3 trailer we can tell that Tiffany and Keisha's pregnancy has moved further along, so I'm eager to see how far they're going to move, but I'm expecting it to be around the springtime because in episode 4 the title is called Mother's Day, so that puts us in the spring time frame. But we're going to go ahead and go into this recap. I'm going to try to focus on the key points of the episode. Now, if I miss anything, I want you guys to let me know down below. So what did we see in episode 2, titled The Fallout? The episode starts out with Tiffany telling Alicia that she is pregnant. And once she said this, Alicia's whole demeanor changed. I mean, she was kind of down and out at first, but now she is happy. Because of this baby, she was happy throughout the episode, and you all know that she wants to control everything. I guess Tiffany did not know right then and there, but eventually she will find out just how controlling Alicia is. Now we get to your boy Nuck and Pastor Zeke. Pastor Zeke gives Nuck back his money because he does not believe that he is ready for his counseling, because Nuck is still involved within the whole street thing. And of course we know Nuck has caught bodies. He's done a lot of bad things. And Nuck does not believe that he's in the right state of mind to even do this his damn self. So they're just going to have Nuck come back when he's mentally ready to take this serious. Now we come to Damien and Emmett, your boy. They're at the barbershop kicking it. Emmett is overjoyed to no end that they no longer have to work for Duda. And of course that stress is over, but the stress ain't going nowhere. It's still going to be a problem. Now Emmett notices that Damien has his nails coloured black and he's like, "Man, what's going on with that? Like, do you like girls? Are you gay?" Your boy Damien is like, "Man, he thought it would be cool to paint his nails, and he ain't gay. He still likes girls, but he wants to keep an open mind." So you'll know Emmett is like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's saying that he wants to keep an open mind, and he has his nails coloured black. So you'll know Emmett is thinking he's gay. That's just plain and simple. And Emmett even told him that's kind of gay, but they kind of joked about it. Emmett said it doesn't really matter to him. He still loves him no matter what, and that's it. But of course, we know later on in the episode Damien will have another conversation about his nails with your boy Bakari. Now we get back to Alicia. She wants Tiffany to move all of her belongings in and remain with her. She is decent. She's going to take care of her. So once again, as I told you guys, Alicia is setting everything up to where she has more control over Tiffany. She wants to make sure that she is eating the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? She wants to make sure that this baby is healthy as possible, but I believe this is going to cause issues because she is entirely too controlling, in my opinion. And we also know that Tiffany told Keisha that she is pregnant, and she does not want her to tell anybody, but that's all she can tell Emmett. But you'll know how that ends up playing out, Emmett told Nuck, and of course Tiffany was pissed off when she learned that Nuck knew her business. Now we get to Jamal, Dom and Lainey. Your boy Jamal done moved Dom into the house. He never told Lene and never introduced the two of them. So, of course, Lene was kind of pissed off like, who is you? Why did you move her in here without letting me know? Your boy Jamal talking about, I ain't got to let you know nothing. Your guardian is me. And Lene is like, nah, you need to let me know, moving random people up in here. Now he did apologise to her, and of course they ended up having dinner. Lene did give Dom a chance, and it seems like she thinks she's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because she enjoyed eating. So we're going to see how this all develops. We are aware that the situation between Dom and Jamal will become extremely serious this season, and it seems like Dom's character will be around way more than she was in past seasons. Now we get to Bakari and Nuck, and we know Bakari wants to know if he can live with Nuck until he finishes school. I'm like, dude, you got that scholarship. I would try to live on campus at least for 1 year. Ain't no way I'm trying to stay with no damn Nuck. But Nuck tells him he is good. He can stay with him. He also asks him about that scholarship. Bakari tells him that Professor Gardner helped him with that scholarship, but he did not say anything about Alicia. Because Bakari will eventually become very close to Alicia, I believe that will be very interesting, and I'm pretty sure Nuck may be a little bit upset about that. And, of course, Bakari, he may end up making a move on Nuck by the end of the season depending on how Nuck treats him. However, we will wait and see how everything develops. Now we get to Emmett and Kesha. She needs Emmett to step up and take care of the kids while they're up there struggling with those kids and doing what he needs to do around the house. She is pregnant. It's a lot going on as a parent. In addition, EJ needs a lot of stability because of what he is going through, having to live with a different family full-time. And Tiffany is going through it, so we know that. Now, Kesha does tell Emmett that Tiffany is pregnant. And I told you guys in my quick thoughts early impressions when I first saw this scene, and the way that Emmett was looking, I was like, man, so did Emmett mess around with Tiffany one last time? Now, I don't think so, just based off the way that he had that conversation with Nuck and how he told him about his feelings and basically getting over Tiffany finally. Damn, hopefully he didn't do nothing to her. And of course, the baby is Rob's, and that's it. 'Cause we don't need no repeats from prior seasons of Emmett messing up, you know what I'm saying, cheating on his girlfriends. But we're going to see how that all develops. Now we get to your boy Jake and his love interest, his new love interest, Remy. She also appeared in Power Book 4 Force as Genesis, so she may now appear familiar. Additionally, we are aware that D-Mac liked her on that show. Naturally, you are aware of how Power and the Chai operate as they continue to swap actors. Now she notices that Jake's phone is vibrating, and she looks at the phone and she sees the First Lady. She wants to know who she is. Jake not really trying to tell her anything. They don't go together, so Jake believes that he does not have to tell her anything. But we know she puts 2 and 2 together. And of course she will be the one that exposes this secret. Now we get to your boy Emmett. He is at work. And of course I knew this scene was going to be crazy. He got all his kids there. They running around playing. Additionally, Ronnie always gets hurt. So now Emmett has to take him to the hospital to get his arm checked. And you already know Kesha and your boy Nuck is going to be very upset. Now we get to Rashad and your boy Bakari. And of course, Bakari's like, man, how come y'all did not tell me that y'all was going to take out Zay? Especially since I told you guys where Zay was going to be. And we know Rashad was not trying to hear that at all. And at the end of the day, Rashad said Bakari owed him anyway. Now, it seems like your boy Rashad is kind of jealous of Bakari because Alicia is giving him a lot of attention. She called him handsome. Rashad thought she was talking to him, but she wasn't. Additionally, Victor informed Rashad later in the episode that Alicia likes them younger than him. I know he was just playing around, but you'll know that really got to your boy Rashad. We are now at the hospital. Emmett is upset. Your boy Nuck If You Buck is upset. Kesha upset because Ronnie's arm is broke. And we know Emmett is upset because he's like, man, this gonna cost a whole lot. Your boy Nuck is like, "Man, I gotta trust that you can keep my son safe in your care. I don't even know if I can do that." And they get into like an argument or whatever. Kesha is not liking how Emmett is cussing around the kids all the time. I mean, it's a lot going on. It's a lot of emotions. But later on in the episode, we know Emmett did apologize to Nuck, talking about he's basically going through a lot, and he didn't really mean to go off like that. And then Emmett asks Nuck if he ever felt like he moved on from somebody, but then something happened and he felt kind of weird about it, or whatever. That's because Emmett feels weird about Tiffany being pregnant, and he knows that it's 100% over. You know what I'm saying? That may be due to his belief that he was the one who knocked her down, according to some. Now, I have no idea about that. I hope we don't see another Emmett cheating storyline, and maybe Emmett really is just feeling bad because he is aware that Tiffany was not the one who got pregnant. The problem is that, according to Nuck, he knows exactly how that feels. Thinking he has moved on from someone but still experiencing strange feelings. That's because Nuck misses Kesha. You know what I'm saying, and you can tell just based on last season, the way Nuck continues to act around her. So this scene was very interesting because it kind of explains why Emmett looked the way he did when Kesha told him Tiffany was pregnant. I know some fans believe maybe something is still going on between them. It appeared in the episode from last week that Emmett gave Tiffany a kiss, but that was not the case. He kissed her on the cheek. If you zoom in, you can tell it was the cheek, not the lips. It would be kind of weird for him to do that after she lost Rob. So that didn't happen. Still, some fans think something is going on between them. We're going to find out soon enough if that's the case. Now we get to Damien and your boy Bakari. We know Bakari goes to Smoke to get something to eat, and he sees Damien. He lets him know he knows his brother Emmett, then notices Damien's nails and is like, "Man, what's going on with that?" Damien tells him he likes it, and that's it. It didn't seem like Bakari really cared. He only said, "That's good for you." Damien told him about how smoking weed is bad for your lungs, and that he should take some good edibles, ones that don't mess up his stomach. He heard Bakari say, "Bet." So basically, that was it. I know a lot of fans are saying, does he like Bakari? Are they about to switch up Bakari's storyline? I don't really know what they're going to do. I get it. Watching this, you're like, what the hell is going on? Damien stated that he likes girls, but is open-minded. The reason usually doesn't matter to people when they hear that. Just like Emmett, people assume you're gay, regardless of what you say about being open. As far as Bakari and this whole thing with Damien, we know they hung out later in the episode. I believe Jake had a kickback party, and they were taking edibles and just chilling. Bakari asked Damien if he wrote a book, would he read it? Damien said, yeah, if it's about his life. That pretty much said it all. I understand fans are saying they think the show might change Bakari's character and pair him with Damien. I'll say this, Damien will have a love interest, and as far as I know, it's not Bakari. His love interest is your girl Karueche. She'll be on the show this season. We saw that in the Season 7 trailer. He will spend some time with her, so if he's with her, hopefully, he's not worried about Bakari or anyone else. We will learn soon enough. You know how they do on the Chai. Regardless of your views on certain topics, the characters are mostly like family. They respect and help each other out. I believe Bakari hanging around Damien is just showing respect because Damien is Emmett's brother and he's cool with Emmett. Now Victor, your boy, offers to help Tiffany. We know she's going through it and needs help at the lounge. At first, she was like, nah, I'm good. But then she allowed Victor to help her out. It seems like he's going to be running the bar and everything. Later on, he brought the fellas there, and they had a guys' night out. But let me know what you'll think, because it seemed like Victor wasn't just helping. He might have some feelings for Tiffany, like maybe he's trying to slide in. We'll see, but the look in his eyes said a lot. Victor may try to hook up with Tiffany. Let me know what you think. Remy, Jake's girlfriend, appears to have posted information about the First Lady online. She's going live, and all the people in the chat are praising Jake and trashing the First Lady. It wasn't looking too good for her, but Jake is happy as hell. The scene was funny because Jake even said he's glad Zay is dead. That boy Jake does not care at all. Then we get to your girl Tatiana. You are aware that I have referred to her as such since the beginning. The pastor said now that the information is out, people will be calling her Tatiana, and that had me cracking up. Then he said, "So what are we going to do now?" Additionally, Charles stated, "Elephants don't care about ants' opinions." The pastor said, "Well, these ants pay tithes." That was hilarious. The pastor cares about his image. He's trying to figure out how to deliver his sermon and doesn't want his finances to get in the way. Charles was like, "Let me do it. Let me take care of that for you." A great opportunity for Charles to step up. And it came at the perfect time. Who would have thought all this would come out just as Charles starts working for the church? Then we get to Darnell. You know it's not an episode of The Chai without Darnell's Bluetooth earpiece. He's getting ready for the men's circle or whatever. Jada mentions starting her own women's group, getting the ladies together to talk about different things. Darnell was like, "Really?" kind of playing around. She brings up Rashid's infidelity with Deja. He moved out and in with Alicia, Rob's mum, and Alicia is paying all the bills. She said that boy is a mess. But Darnell defended his boy Rashad. He joked, "What's y'all's group called? The Waiting to Exhale Sister Circle?" She clapped back, "Nah, it's called the Set It Off Women's Circle." Once again, we're getting those therapy group scenes. That's what it is. Men and women talking through their issues and getting feedback from family and friends. Some people don't like those scenes, but that stuff really helps. People need therapy, time to express their feelings and get things off their chest with people they trust. Now we get to Kenya and Papa. She learns about Zay and is very upset. She's crying and she's scared. Papa is scared too. In an effort to leave, she says, "We should just leave." Papa tells her, "Everybody can't leave. Somebody's got to stay," meaning he's staying, and she's going to talk to her dad about leaving the city. We know she's going to her grandmother's. Now look at your boy Charles. Look at his face. This is the Dre look from Power. Like he's trying to take your position. He's trying to take over, and it ain't his turn yet. He's talking about how he and Tatiana should go on vacation, and he'll hold down the fort. But the pastor says, "Nah, I'm gonna stay." So we already know what time it is. Charles is trying to move in and take over. Then we get to Alicia and Tiffany. Tiffany tells Alicia that she hired Victor to help with the lounge. Alicia's like, "You already got a man you're sharing power with." She's not really feeling it. She says, "Next time you do something like that, you're sharing this power with her, and she isn't really feeling that." She tells her, "Look, the next time you do that, let me know first. Engage me in conversation." She is not attempting to exert control over Tiffany's actions. She is merely attempting to mentor her. Don't be surprised by the end of the season if we get a mini version of Alicia from Tiffany's character in Hell. Don't be surprised if your girl Tiffany is the one that gets payback on Nuck, because I know he feels bad. But when the information about him taking out Rob comes out, you know she's going to be pissed off too, and she cannot be underestimated. We arrive at Tiara and Marcus now. We finally reach the end of their relationship. Tiara wants kids, and Marcus is like, "Hell no." You know what I'm saying. It gets harder raising kids. He already had to deal with Gemma and everything she did. He's done. However, Tiara has explicitly stated to Sam that she will leave Marcus in order to have children, so that's the end of Marcus and Tiara. Let me know what you all thought about that. Now, we also get to the end of Jake and the First Lady, aka Tatiana's little fling. It's over. Jake told her he didn't mean for that to get out. It was his bad or whatever. He saved her number under First Lady. That's how his girl found out about it. So it is what it is. Jake simply responds, "Sorry, that's it," after she told him to forget her number. Then she told him, "Thank you." So it's finally over with that. Jake's storyline next week is about to turn up to the max. I can't wait to see it. Now we get to Rashad and Alicia. We know Rashad is kind of upset because Tiffany moved in and he had no say in it at all. And I'm like, well, she's paying all the bills. It's her house, you know what I'm saying. Your name isn't on anything. She tells him that if he doesn't like it, he can move out. And he says, oh, so Bakari can move in. Of course, he's thinking about what Victor told him about Alicia liking younger guys. Look, Bakari is just her scholarship recipient, she says. She was just hyping him up, nothing more. Do you comprehend what I mean? She likes that he's jealous. And you'll know Rashad is like, nah, I'm not jealous, but he is. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking Bakari and Alicia are going to hook up. But you don't have to worry about that. At the same time, you aren't setting any rules in that house, no matter what you say. Now we get to the pastor and Nuck. He's returned. I guess now he feels ready to get counselling. And you'll know the pastor told him, in order to do what I do, you have to know the devil well. We know the pastor has a lot of skeletons in his closet. Charles was basically threatening to expose them. But Nuck is there because he truly feels bad about what happened to Rob. He knows Tiffany is pregnant, and it's eating him up inside. Even though he's still in the street life, you can tell he wants to change for the better because he has a child. He understands that this lifestyle will eventually catch up to him. Now we get to the fellas. They're kicking it at the lounge, talking about everything going on. This scene was funny. Jamal found out that Emmett and Darnell had a thing with Dime back in the day. They told him to ask her about it. That scene was hilarious. The women then met with their sister circle to talk about their problems. Tiara talked about her breakup with Marcus. Tracy said she's done with dating for now, but we know she's going to hook up with Jackie Long's character Keith eventually. Now we get to Nuck, and he visits Tiffany to let her know she doesn't have to pay him anymore. It took all this to happen for him to stop taking her money. He even helped her with the door. She didn't want help from him, but he said, look, I knew about that door because I used to be there all the time with Duda, so I know how to get in. This won't be the last time you see Nuck around Tiffany. He'll keep trying to help her because he feels bad. Now we get to Kenya and Pastor Zeke. She tells him she wants to leave and go to Arkansas with her grandmother because she doesn't feel safe. I guess that's the best move for her. This might be the end of Kenya's character. I was hoping she'd tell someone what Zay said about Nuck being the one who dropped off Rob. There might still be time for that. Let's see. Now we get to Keisha, Emmett, and Tiffany. Tiffany is upset that the news of her pregnancy is out. Nuck knows, and she wants to know how. Keisha told Emmett, and Emmett told Nuck. However, Keisha did not state that it was a secret, so she was unaware. It is what it is. Tiffany was upset, but she let it go. She told them Nuck is going to stop taking payments from her, so at least that's good news. Now we get to Maisha and Papa. She lets him know Kevin asked her to come to California, and she said yes. Papa didn't want her to go, even though they're not together. He values their friendship and connection, but she assured him that it won't last forever. I don't know if she'll come back, but in the next episode, that might be it for her for a while. It's been a journey. She has been there since the beginning, but we know new characters are coming, and they may be making space for them. The episode has come to an end at this point. Charles is out there preaching, giving the word, and he's doing a great job. I won't lie, he was talking about temptation, and how our leaders are not perfect, and sin too. He was being honest. Nuck was there. The pastor was there too. Everyone felt what Charles was saying. It feels like Charles is doing a great job at the church. Pastor Zeke also needs to be careful because, just like in Power, this snake will follow you, take your spot, and make you appear foolish. We'll see what they do with Charles's character, but he's ready to make moves. Overall, it was an okay episode. The first two felt like a build-up for what's coming and the aftermath of Season 6. I believe the time jump will happen in Episode 3 because of the pregnancies. We see Keisha and Tiffany further along. I think we're heading into springtime. Make sure you check out the episode 3 trailer I dropped earlier. It looks like Reg may be making his return. Also, check out the video I did about Reg, kind of an unsolved mysteries style thing. I believe he's coming back from the dead. We'll find out soon enough. All those theories will finally be answered next week. I'll catch you all for the what to expect for episode 3 over the weekend. Thanks again for all the love and support. I'll see you next time.